Okay, I got here a little early. I thought my co-host would be here, but that's okay. Hopefully they get here after the credits. In the meantime, look forward this week. We're going to be talking about the Brambleton Fall Festival. We're going to be talking about the new gas station coming to Brambleton. We're also going to be talking about the Brambleton Bear coming back to town, and maybe that's not the only thing that is going poo-poo at the park. Coming up. Alright, everyone's made it. Thank you for coming, guys. Alright, well, welcome to Stay Classy Brambleton. Be sure again to give us that massive thumbs up. It really helps us out. And please subscribe below, because if you don't, I don't think we're going to be on Morning Walk Drive very much longer. They're probably going to kick us off that site, as well as the Be Informed, Be Alert, the other Be Informed. So really, please subscribe, and that way you can be notified every time we post a video. We're going to have some other small videos coming up, all kinds of great things. Of course, this episode today is about Columbus Day Eve. Very important for Brambleton, as we know, because, well, Mayan gold. I mean, it's all about Columbus Day, I think. And of course, our thoughts go out for the people, our friends in Alaska, with Hurricane Malacca.
What does Malacca mean?
Oh, Walaka? Walaka, I think that's Native Alaskan for legacy.
Anyway, speaking of Legacy Park, our poll results are in, and remember it was the Two Fingers versus Bicep, and Two Fingers won by a score of 12-4. However, there were 50 write-ins for something else, which was, of course, the toilet handle old school plunger, which is what it really is, as we know. Anyway, tonight we have a packed episode, so let's get to it. We'll tell you about the bear coming back to town, and of course this week we each have our assigned topic. For example, Kelvin has the Bee Donut story, I've got an election, and Mike has gas. But first, the main story in Brambleton this week is the Brambleton Oktoberfest. So, Igmar, how was the Brambleton Oktoberfest?
So, first of all, it's not called Oktoberfest. We don't get drunk, because we are Brambleton. Even though I like beer, I drink beer, I can't remember not liking a beer. I've drunk a lot of beer, but we're Brambleton. So, we don't get drunk. So it's not Oktoberfest, it's Brambleton Falloverfest Festival. Also, I didn't go.
But that was your... What do you mean you didn't go? You were assigned this.
Well, so that's true, but this is my house.
Oh, okay. Well,
He's a busy man.
yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I don't want to push this at all. Okay, well then, here's the deal. I went, so I was there with my kids. There was a climbing wall there. We took the kids. There were some great things you saw. There were some rides. It was about $15. Yes.
Yes. So you went.
I did.
Okay. So I think I should take this one.
Why?
Because you went, so therefore you can't be objective.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess, Kelvin, go ahead and give us the report on.
Of course.
On Brambleton.
So, Brambleton Festivus delivered on every promise this year. The stage was set for the DC Symphony Orchestra. Of course, they didn't show up and weren't expected, which is excellent because they're consistent each year with that. There were gourmet food trucks that passed by on North Star. I'm not sure where they were going. It did look very delicious, however. And there was the award-winning beverage stations that would have been overkill, so they weren't included this year. And the big deal is kids entertainment, so skydiving simulator, according to a sketchy website I found.
Okay, and that was our report from Kelvin, who was not there at all. Have you ever been?
No.
So that was... Well, okay, so there you go. That's the tape from someone who never showed up. objective, I guess. Okay, next, Mike has the next report about our local gas stations. Mike.
Yes, thank you. This is very near and dear to my heart. We've never had a gas station in Brambleton. We still don't. But we have two on the outskirts. There is a Sheetz and a Harris Teeter gas station, which is kind of weird. I didn't know they made petroleum. And if you ever get gas there, save your receipt because it might be rotten, or you might find that it expired 5 months ago.
The gas.
Anyway.
Okay. Harris Teeter?
Yes.
Is it next to the milk?
Yeah, yes. I don't know. I've never been, actually.
You know what? At the end of the day, I'm not really too bothered about that as long as I'll actually pump my gas.
Oh, that's a good point. That's why I like Newark gas, because I don't like to pump my own gas.
Well, I guess they'd have a store there too, right? One of those stores, convenience stores?
You would hope. And again, I'm not really down on the details, as long as they serve champagne.
And they better serve sushi, because I love me some gas station sushi, and the only way I can get some before now was at the Harris Teeter, so there's that, yeah.
Ooh, gas. That reminds me, you had another story you wanted to.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that kind of relates to that. So there's a guy at the park who decided to use Legacy Park as a bathroom, and I don't mean like in the sense of like a porta stand kind of way. I mean, he went to the bathroom there, like in the thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I've seen the footage. I gotta say, I'm not sold on the fact that he evacuated. And he definitely assumed a position. I think he was trying to take credit for something else's work.
Like the bear?
Yeah.
But he did it twice.
If he does it another time, he's considered a serial pooper.
A cereal? what?
Like Cocoa Puffs.
No.
Oh.
Or Count Chocula.
Oh.
No, not like Cocoa Puff. Alright, well. Okay, well, I guess.
And again, funny enough, this does remind me, we have some other news items.
Yeah, I guess the bee donut. Kelvin, do you have that one as well?
Absolutely. So we have a new bee donut. It is in One Loudon. And it's, it's a new donut spot. One Loudon.
Two Loudon as our number two. Especially this proves it because, again, I don't even know why Ashburn even has anything but Brambleton. They're trying to make Bee Alert, Bee Alert, now it's Bee Donut. They're trying to be like us. So just us and Two Loudon, and that's what you have at Ashburn, trying to be like us, you know?
What about Brutlands?
Anyway, Brambleton Bear is one last story, actually one of the final stories I'd like to talk about.
I believe we have some footage.
No,
Yeah.
not that,
No,
no,
not that bear.
no, not that bear. No, not that one either. Okay, look, yeah, okay, let's just, Mike, do you have some our sponsors? Okay, Mike, do you have some words from our sponsors?
Yes.
Okay, let's get those words up from our sponsors.
Listen.
Okay.
It's good, right? It's good. Progress.
All right. So,
Progress.
all right. So coming up. All right, fine. But next story coming up, of course, we talked about in the beginning, elections. There's board elections for the HOA coming up to run the HOA. I don't know what they call it, board member. So have you heard about this?
Yes, so I do know what they call that. So there two positions have come up to be the latest BCA collaborators.
Are you guys anyone running? Do you guys know anyone who's running?
Oh, I'm running.
You're running?
Yeah, I'm going to run.
Yeah, sure.
I'm ready.
All three of you guys are running?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelvin, you're running?
Yeah.
Mike? Igmar?
I guess I'm not that bored.
You're not running.
No.
Kelvin, are you running?
No.
Okay, well, regardless of who actually does run and appear on the board, which apparently would be none of us, but there's going to be a lot of issues for whoever it is to talk about. One of which will be things like the traffic lights. For example, apparently they put a new four-way stopover by Creighton and North Star, has now become a traffic light, which the timing was a little off, which caused people to ignore them, which as Brambletonians, as you know, we are entitled to ignore lights in general. But in this case, it actually did result in an accident. So people called up, and apparently, and I know this, the traffic light was under the control of the developer. So the person who's the developer, of course, being on the board, enables you to have power over nothing. But being on the board, at least you can be there as 6 people who get to talk with the developers, so that face to face they tell you they don't like your ideas and they're going to go a different direction. Finally, our final topic is that we are now allowed to post election signs. And again, I think that's great. I think that the fact that being Brambletonians, that you don't post signs until approximately 1 month before the election, but exactly on that day, exactly today, is the first day people can do that. So go ahead and post your signs. I post signs for every candidate on my lawn, so that people know that I support whatever you feel. I want to make sure people understand that.
Yeah, I applaud that, because being in Brambleton, when you want to become friends with people, get to know people, you want them to have an opinion of you that they develop. It doesn't need to be based on what your own opinions are. So to do what you've done really does support that message.
Yeah, I think so. I do.
It also makes sense, because you don't want to get out ahead and put up a sign for somebody who's not going to win.
Oh. Right, because
that's embarrassing.
Because we're winners here. We don't. Well,
no,
you just don't belong.
If I put a sign for someone who doesn't win the election, doesn't it make me what?
Makes you a loser.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And with that thought, I want to end up. Remember, please go ahead and again click below with that huge like. Give us a massive thumbs up. Also, make sure to subscribe. That's really appreciated. We're going to put a bunch of new videos on 1-minute clips and things like that. And if you subscribe, you'll get alerted to all of those. Comments, please let us know if you have any thoughts about things you'd like to see us discuss, things that you were offended by, so we can make sure to ignore that for our future episodes.
Oh, yeah.
And again, stay classy, Brambleton. I thought we were going to say that all together. We're not. No. Stay classy, Brambleton.
No. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ciao.
Cheers.
Well, if that dude didn't do anything physical activity, he would still be a 300-pound dude. So that's like his baseline.
Right.
And then he's just rock solid jacked.
on whatever juice they got, you have to get past the whatevers. Yeah, so that kind of force coming at you, and then 2 of them hit each other.
Yeah.
They said basically if you're between, I forget the pad, but,